now this latifa that is working with Osama, that is coming from Saudi Arabia. I met her in the mosque where I was living my whole life. Hallo, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Ik spreek met Latifa. Latifa.
Wie ben jij dan?
Shadia. Salam.
Wie ben jij?
Shadia.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Walaikum salam.
Hoe gaat? So she picked up the phone. She say, "Who are you then?" Then I say my name, and then she say again, "Who are you then?" So she's acting. And now you will see that she's asking me how I'm doing, like she don't know anything about what happened because I went to the mosque to ask for her. And later in the conversation, she started to say, like, "Oh, yes, you came to look for me." And she started to become angry. Well, in the beginning of the conversation, she's doing like there's nothing. How are you? Oh, welcome, you know? This?
Hey, أنا سلامتك. Ja, goed met jou?
Alhamdulillah, met jou?
Hè?
Met jou ook als goed?
Hoe kom je aan mijn nummer eigenlijk?
So then immediately she says, "How are you coming to my number?" She has two faces. Via de moskee, via iemand die je kent.
Oh.
Maar woon je nog steeds in Nederland dan? Of? She asked me how I got her number, of course.
Ja, tuurlijk. Ik
Want ik was naar oma Hammer geweest en ze zei dat ze jou niet gezien had.
Nou, ik heb gewoon contact met haar hoor. Ik weet niet.
Now you can hear at her voice that she's becoming afraid because I said, "Are you still living in Holland?" Because I went to Amar, that's a Somali woman, and she said that she has no contact with you. So her voice became afraid, and she said, "No, I have just contact with her." Ik was nog bij haar thuis geweest en ze zei dat ze jou alleen af en toe in de dingen zag en dat je ook niet meer naar de moskee ging en zo. Dus ik dacht, misschien ben je niet meer in Nederland.
Nee, moskee niet, maar ja, wel gewoon met oma Hammer. Ze komt ook bij mij, dus ik vind...
She's 3 years now not going to the mosque because in the beginning, when I met her a few years ago, she was already not going to the mosque. Actually, I was the first one that started to go to the mosque. And then this mother also went there because I heard from them that they normally did not really go to the mosque. So we started to go to the mosque and she also started to go to the mosque. So suddenly when I disappeared, I heard that she also did not go to the mosque anymore.
Nou, raar dan dat ze dat zegt.
Oké, vreemd. Maar hoe gaat het verder? En je zou toch nog naar het buitenland gaan? Of ben je niet meer gegaan dan? She told me that she did not went to the mosque anymore. So, and I told her that this Somali woman said that she saw her only after on the market. She said that's a lie because she was meeting with her at their houses. And then I asked her if she went to Spain because the last time I spoke to her, I think somewhere in 2017, I had a fight with her by the phone because again she was not really speaking kind to me on WhatsApp. And this is my experience with her also in Holland because I wanted her to be a friend, but she could not become a friend because she was without any reason unkind. And these kind of people that are all the time having two kind of faces, I call them people with narcissistic personality. You know, I cannot really deal or get a high from these people. So, you know, because she can be very kind. The moment that she wants to be kind, she's trying to change her voice to a little girl. And, you know, she's also now changing her voice like she's a little girl, but she's a woman of 36 years old or 38. So it's very strange. And this is the tactic that she's using all the time. Well, she can be very bitchy, you know, and without any reason, you know. So you don't know really the high from her, what she thinks about you, you know. So the last time I had with her a fight on WhatsApp is that I said, "Listen, it's enough. You know, I always meet with you and you are always like that, you know, with any reason how you speak, how you react, you know, I don't want to have contact with you." And then I blocked her. So this is it. And then later, this Osama came to look for me again. You know, every time they find me, maybe they knew my location of my phone. I don't know. So anyway, so we'll continue. Don't you go to Spain, I asked her if she would also go to Spain. And she said, "Well, you need to be stable, you know." She had a conversation with Osama. Probably he told her about that, about my stability in Spain. But of course, they all know that my stability has nothing to do with myself, but because of the Illuminati that were behind me. But she's using this like, yeah, you need to go to Spain, you need to be stable.
En jij?
En you?
Ik was met mijn vader eventjes. Hij is nou in Nederland. Oh. Ze zijn nou weer in Nederland. En
She's now acting like there's
en,
nothing going on, you know.
Mina, die was gescheiden of zo.
I asked her if her friend is divorced. She's a sister of a person that was working in the mosque. And now starts to speak about Osama, how she knows him. And then she said, I told you how I met him, because I asked her, this Osama, how did you meet him? You know? And then she said, well, I told you, I met him in Tangier. I told you. Now, when people say I told you, it means that they wanted, in psychologic world, they're just trying to say to you that they already said it before. So she's lying. She did not meet him in a cafe. She met him in a kind of a group or whatever. Someone asked probably about me in the mosque, maybe the imam or someone else, and then they sent them to me.
Ja, gewoon daar, op vakantie.
Yes, just on vacation. Why? What did he say?
Over Amina, dat ze naast hem naast zijn huis wilde
Why?
gaan
What did
zitten.
he say? Like there's nothing going on.
Amina, dat ze in
What?
Tangier was en dat ze
I
in
told her
huis
that
wilde.
Amina, the sister of a woman that works in the mosque,
Of zij even in
has asked this Osama if she can live in his house next door of his mother. The only reason why this Yamina asked Osama this is because they are where I disappeared, and they were curious about where I was. So she wanted to live next to his house. Or he was just lying about that, because the reason, the day that I met them, I was in a shopping mall, and again they came to me by coincidence, he and his wife. He was starting to act like that this Yamina wanted to stay in his house because he had the plan to bring me to his house. You understand? Because first they wanted to live next to me in Spain, and when that was not possible, they tried to lock me to Morocco. So now she's acting like she doesn't know anything.
Want hij had 4 appartementen, of ze naast in een van die appartementen mocht. Amina? Amina of zo, die zus van Hedhoen of zo. Waarom zou ze dat, wanneer heeft ze dat gevraagd aan hem dan? Weet ik echt niet. Ze zei tegen hem van ja, hij zei tegen mij, toen hij is nou getrouwd, hij zei tegen mij dat ze hem belde en dat ze tegen hem zei, ja mag ik maar wanneer was dat? Wanneer? Het was in, even kijken, juni of april 2018 zoiets. Dat kan niet eens, want Jamila kent hem niet eens. Waar moet zij hem van kennen? Je bedoelt Halima, denk ik. Ja, volgens mij. Wie is dan Halima dan?
No. When I met this Osama, probably he lied about this, just to say like she's not allowed to be in my house next door, but you're special. It could be a lie, but he told me that she was divorced. He told me that she was divorced and that she asked him to be in that house. And now she's acting like she don't know this Osama. Well, it's a lie. She know him. She know him. Why should she not know him? They all know him, you know. And he knew that she was divorced, so he knew about who I'm speaking. I mean, he's the one that told me that she was divorced. So it's impossible that she don't know him, because he told me that she was divorced. Of course, I did not tell her that he told me that she was divorced, but he's the one that told me that she was divorced. So it's impossible that he don't know her. And she's speaking about a Halima. She said, no, this is Halima from Morocco, a woman from Morocco. I think you mean this one. Why? Because she's trying to protect this Yamina, because she's afraid that I will make for her problems as well. You understand? Because they met in the mosque when I heard me that I went to look for them. People told them that I was looking for them, and this Yamina probably became afraid, and they said I want not to do anything with it. So she's trying now to hide the information about her, that she don't know him, but it's impossible because he told me that she was divorced, so he knows her. And it's not about a Halima in Morocco, because this woman is not divorced. So it's about Yamina and he was speaking about her, that she wanted to live in the house next door. So she's lying and she's hiding because this is what she has spoken with her about in the mosque, that she didn't want to be in that problem and this and that.
Halima is gewoon een andere vrouw die ik ken ook. Ah, dan is zij dat. Maar is Halima ook zus van Hedhun dan of zo? Nee, helemaal niet. Maar dan ken ik Halima ook dan zelf? Nee, die ken jij niet. Oh, maar ja.
Halima is another woman because Osama also told me that they proposed to him a girl to marriage. It was a young girl, very young girl, I think 15, and that he rejected. But I think it was a lie as well. I think it was a lie to show me that he don't go with young girls. You understand? So this is also something that even maybe it's a lie or maybe it's not a lie. I don't know, but he said that he was looking for a wife and that they proposed to him a very little girl out from Morocco. So maybe it's this Halima, or maybe it's a lie that he just want to show off that he don't marry young girls.
Oké, maar dan is het Sarah. Zij belde hem op dat ze naar Tanja of dat ze even dergelijke dat ze geen huis had. Of ze tijdelijk een maandje of zoiets een van zijn huizen. Ja, maar dat verhaal, dat weet ik, dat is Yamina, dat is Halima.
She said that's Halima. The reason why Osama gave me all this information is because probably he never knew that I would find out about their organization. You know, because they all underestimate you, that they give information, but they don't see that God have given you a gift that you can connect everything with each other. You understand? So, no.
Oké. En hij zei ook van dat ze in de moskee allemaal loopjes gooien bij hem voor geld. Of zoiets, iets in die trant. Maar ik snap niet, ik ken niemand in de moskee die jou mijn nummer zou geven, Shadia.
So then I started to tell her that he also told me that they were like asking for money in the mosque, you know, because this is also what he told me. But the reason why he told me that is because the last time that I was in the mosque, I told these people like, you know, I need to go to a bank to get money and to change the money because every time I'm going there quickly to pray, I don't have change with me and I feel embarrassed, you know. So it was too much, you know. The women that they were cleaning there, they were maybe even not using the money for good purposes, but only for themselves. And I don't like this kind of people, you know. If you go to a mosque, you assume that there are people that are very clean inside, you know. It's not good, you know. And it's not good to think all the time like, oh, I need to go to a bank and change, because, you know, some people don't have change in their pocket, you know. And I want to go pray spontaneous, you know. It's not a problem if they come with a bag to ask you change, but it was happening all the time, you know. So it was too much. You can also just do normal, you know, or just put a bag someplace that people can go walk to it, because they really walk, they pass you and they look in your eyes and it's so embarrassing, you know. Anyway, so when I told her that he told me that, she started to ask questions about that she don't know who would have given her number to me, because I have her number now. And she asked me who will give it to you. I say someone from the mosque. And she now, when I was speaking about the mosque, she said that she don't know anyone. She's suddenly getting suspicious because who has given her number?
Ik snap ook niet dat, hoe heet zij, Ohama jou niet gewoon heeft gezegd van, ik laat jou met Latifa praten. Maar hoezo heeft zij mijn nummer? Heeft ze jouw nummer dan? Hoezo? We zijn gewoon vriendinnen. Daarom, ik vroeg haar nummer en ze had mijn nummer en ze...
I told her that I went to this Somali woman to ask about Latifa, and she said to me that she told her that I was passing her, that I went to her. And then she said, I also don't understand why this Somali woman did not give you just my number. I said to her that I told her if she want to give you my number, and she said, no, she did not tell me. She told me, I also don't understand why this Somali woman did not let you speak with me on the phone. She did not say, give my number, speak with you at the phone. This is what she said. Because I said I passed her. I went to her to ask for you.
Dat zij jouw nummer niet had. Ja, maar wie heeft het dan gegeven dan? In de moskee. Een andere Somalische zuster. ken haar naam niet. Oké. Dus ja, ik was bij haar geweest. En dezelfde avond... Ik ken geen andere Somalische zuster die mijn nummer heeft. Ik ken alleen Taifa, het is wel raar. Ik weet het echt niet hoor, mijn Somalische zuster. Misschien had jij iets, weet ik veel, in een app of zo, weet ik veel. Maar iemand heeft me, die Somalische vrouw heeft wel je nummer gegeven. En ik was ook bij Oma Hamer en zij was met haar thee aan het drinken. En toen werd ze gebeld. En toen moest ze naar een vrouw die dood was gegaan, om de hoek. Ja, klopt, dat weet ik. Maar heeft ze jou niet verteld dat, ja weet je, maar heeft ze jou niet verteld dat ik bij haar geweest ben dan voor thee? Jawel, en ik...
I told her that she did not. I told you that I want to. She said yes, and also told did not. I asked her why she did not let you speak with me.
Ik was wel boos op haar. Ik zei, waarom heb je niet gewoon gebeld naar mij? Want ik heb ook wat gehoord in de moskee, Shadia, waardoor ik heel boos ben, hè?
And now she's starting to speak like, because I asked her why she did not let me speak with you, called me because I heard something at the mosque where I'm very angry about.
Wat heb je gehoord? Ja? Een vrouw in de moskee kwam naar mij toe en ze zei, meerdere mensen hebben het gehoord. Ja. Ik had ook in pyjama en je ging mijn naam roepen. En je ging Yamina zijn naam roepen, blijkbaar.
He went to the mosque, he was yelling my name, and probably were also yelling the name of this Yamina. She's speaking about the woman that's divorced, so she's trying to defend her.
En nog een derde, ja, ik en Yamina en een derde persoon. En het was heel erg agressief, zeiden hun. En was het een Irakese vrouw of zo? Nee, geen Irakese. Wat was zij dan? Haar afkomst Marokkaans? Ik ga geen namen noemen, want jij wilt het ook niet zeggen, Shadia. Als ik...
I asked her, she told me, someone told me that you went to the mosque and yelling and asking for me, and I'm very angry about that. And I told her, who was that woman? It was a short Iraqi woman. She said, I cannot say that. If you tell me who has given you my number, I will tell you who was what. But I already know who it was because I spoke with 3 women and I know them personal, and I did not told the information to stranger because she knows the same woman she knows, and I told them I'm looking for them. She said, why? They told me 3 years they didn't go to the mosque, and I told them I'm looking. She said, why? I said, because she proposed a Saudi to me that has links to the royal family, and that has been sent to me and by a strange situation, and he's member of the Freemasons.
Maar ja, jij zegt ook niks. Oké, maar ik ben inderdaad in een moskee geweest en ik heb inderdaad gevraagd, want ik ben bij je moeder geweest. Je moeder woont niet meer waar zij woont. Dus ben ik naar de moskee gegaan. Waarom zou je schreeuwen dan? Ik snap het niet. Ik vroeg of jullie nog in de moskee komen en iedereen zei dat jullie daar niet meer komen. En toen zei ik waarom. Toen zeiden ze ja, sinds het bestuur of zoiets veranderd komen jullie daar niet meer. Het Hadoen heeft ruzie gemaakt of zo. En toen zei ik ja, waarom zoek je haar? Ik zeg ja, ik zoek haar gewoon, weet je wel. En of ging je normaal praten? Want dat wil ik weten. Nee, ik zei tegen hen dat die Halima, dat die Osama had tegen mij gezegd dat hij die Halima kon. Snap je? En die Osama, hij is nou voortvluchtig. Saoedi-Arabië zoekt hem, hij is nou in Londen. En maar waarom ga jij mijn naam zwart maken in de moskee voor niks, Shadia? Ik heb alleen gezegd dat die Osama voortvluchtig is. En dat ik daarom wil naar je moeders huis ben gegaan, dat ze daar niet meer woont. En dat ik dus nu jullie moet spreken, dringend. Snap je wat ik bedoel? Maar wat heeft Osama met mij te maken? Waarom moet je mij... Omdat hij is...
I explained to her that I went to the mosque. Actually, this is how it happened. I went to the mosque, I went to pray, and I even did not recognize some people. And then 3 women came to me that I know from years before, started hugging me and asking me where I was. And then I said to them that I was abroad and that I blah blah blah. And then kissing me, hugging me, touching me, you know, like that. And then I asked him about them. They said 3 years they did not went to the mosque, you know. And then I said okay, and they said why are you asking? And then And no, before I asked them, they said, oh, yes, she said she's a very good lawyer. Probably they know about, they knew, I know they knew, because she's starting to saying that I'm a lawyer, like solving your problems. So then I told her, like, I'm looking for them, and then she said they did not came here, and then she said, why? I said, she proposed to me as Saudi, and blah blah blah. He came from the royal family, and he's linked to them, and then I said, I just want to ask her when she met him, because she said she met him in Kadinsky in Tangier while she was drinking something, and I don't believe that. And I want to see if she has something to do with that. So now she's asking me why I was yelling, but I was not yelling. I was speaking with this woman face to face, and I told him like that I don't like it. This action, I told her, because she proposed someone to me. With what kind of reason? I told her, because I have facts and I had a very good memory, and I think it was a game. This is what I told her. And this woman that I was speaking with, she said to me, she looked at my face and she said, you are, because you have a pretty face, they want to make of you a prostitute. So she knew what was about what I was speaking, about this Illuminati Antichrist group, So, and then I said yes, because I think she's a member of that organization as well, because they all say that they want peace in the world while actually playing a double agenda. And then she said, oh, if they want peace, then we're also going to become part of it, So I think a man also heard it that was passing, and then he went running to the man's side. I think he heard it, what she said. So these women are really, really following very strange Islam, I think. So so now she don't like it that I went to the mosque, because of course she don't like it, because she said, why didn't you do it on another way? Because of course she don't want anyone to know about this. Now they're speaking about her, and doubting her. So probably that she cannot continue her games.
Hij is bij een speciale organisatie. Hij is bij een speciale jodenorganisatie. En daarom moest ik gewoon weten van want hij zei ook dat jij jou in een café leren kennen. En om dat gewoon zeker te weten. Snap je? Als het gewoon goed is, dan is. Maar dan ga je toch niet in de moskee zo roepen?
She really, really, really don't like it that now people know that, because she's all the time repeating, but why you go to the mosque? She's all the time repeating it, but she knows herself. Her mother was living for 15 years on an address, and suddenly she changed the house with another house. Normally, when you're living 15 years on a place, you have 4 rooms, big house, you go to a better house, right? But what did her mother? She went to a cheaper house with only 2 rooms, built in 1968. And she changed the house. Well, she had the right to apply for a new one to rent. She only changed. So the other person went to her house and she went to their house. Exchange, you call that. So it's strange. It's like it was urgent. So I was looking for, because I don't know where her mother was living. So I told her that I had no other choice than to go to the mosque. And she said, why didn't you go to the Somali woman first, then first going to the mosque? I said, I went to her, but I didn't know her house. So then I went to the mosque. So she's really don't like it that people now are speaking about this subject, you understand? Because of course she wants to keep it secret. And so and actually I went also to look for her, but later in the conversation she said to me, you don't know where I live, only from far. So she has a bad memory, because I visited her house once inside, and I knew where she was living, not exactly, but I knew it. But she don't remember that she brought me inside her house. She said that she only was pointing at her house from far. So people also told me that they almost don't see her at the street. Like she was all the time locking herself up, Probably her mother went to another house, because I know the address of her mother. and her mother is always home. So she changed the house, but she could not change. This Latifa could not change her house. So she had no other choice than to stay in her house because she thought that I would not know anyway. You understand? So she stayed there. You understand? Because she has a bad memory, thinking that I was not could not find her house. And then he was speaking about this Somali woman. Why I did not went to her first? Because she don't care. Even if I would have found the house of this Somali woman, probably just what she did now. When I asked the Somali woman about where she lives, she denied to know anything. So she don't care that I found the house of the Somali woman as long I don't find where she lives. And people also told me that they never saw her at the streets. So I don't believe it.
Ja, dat vind ik heel erg. Heel erg. Ik was eerst, ze kwamen bij de deur, toen we weggingen. Ik was niet binnen, was bij de deur. Toen zei ik van ja, toen zei ze dat jullie al 3 jaar niet waren geweest. En toen zei ze waarom. Maar ga jij dus zeggen dat ik een man ken? Oké. En die in een jodenorganisatie? En ik heb gezegd, nee, die is uit Eindhoven. Ik zou dat nooit bij jou doen. Dat zou ik nooit doen. En ik ben echt teleurgesteld, want en dan komt hij in Italia. En ik vroeg Osama naar jouw nummer lang geleden. Maar hij zei, ik heb geen contact meer met, ik weet niet of hij het jou zag, of weet ik niet. Ja. Maar ik heb nog naar jou gezocht, omdat ik in Italia, maar als jij iets van mij...
She really don't like it that I went there. And she said, I also was looking for you. I asked Osama because really, I really loved you. I really loved you, but it's not true. She was really unkind. She was really only laughing and kind when she liked to do that, So it's not true, believe me. And everyone wants to have friends, so it's not true, believe me. So she really don't like it that I went to the mosque. And she didn't go there for 3 years. Her mother disappeared. She also never is on the street. Probably she thought I would not know where she would live. So now she's playing it like I loved you.
Waarom heeft hij mijn nummer niet aan jou gegeven dan? Want ik had nog contact. Hij heeft mij oude nummer gegeven die niet werkte van jou. Dat was het. Hij heeft mij een oude nummer gegeven die niet werkte. Ik heb nog in 2018 kwam hij nog met zijn vrouw. En toen had hij nog een nummer van mij. En daarna had hij geen nummer meer van mij. Dus
I told her, why didn't you ask my number from Osam? She said, I asked him but he gave me all the numbers. But she lied because the last time I blocked her and I said her not to contact me was when I had the fight by WhatsApp, when she again was a narcissistic, unkind. You understand? So it's a lie. He probably told her the days that he again saw me, because every time when I was in a shopping center, it was coincidence that he saw me. Well, he was even not living in Spain. So he's in that organization 100%, and they knew how to find me. So it's a lie. She knew when he saw me by coincidence, and then immediately I blocked him again, So she knew that, and she also did not ask for my number because we had fight last time, But you will see later what I mean.
Waarom heeft zij in 2018 mijn nummer niet aan jou gegeven dan? Dat weet ik niet. Dat is tussen jou en hem, ik weet.
I asked her last time I saw them in April 2018 and why he did not give my number, because I saw him and his wife by coincidence again. She said to me, I don't know, you must ask him, but she lies because she know that he saw me in 2018.
Waarom hij niet mijn nummer geeft of jouw nummer geeft aan mij. Maar goed, in ieder geval, hij wordt gezocht en hij komt Saudi-Arabië ook niet meer binnen. Ook niet Marokko, de politie moet ook bezoekt hem. Dat verhaal ken ik,
I tell her anyway, they're looking for him, Saudi Arabia, Morocco, and he cannot enter in these countries. And then she said to me, I know about this story. So she admits that she know about these problems, that he cannot, that they're looking for him. I say that Morocco and Saudi Arabia are looking for them and he cannot enter. So she admits. And later you can see that she changed her story, and this declares why she is not to trust.
Hoe ken ik maar dat jij mij nou... Hoe ken je dat verhaal dan?
I asked, she said, I know that story, but why you are saying my name in the mosque? I said, okay, how did you know that story? And then she can explain now.
Ken je dat verhaal dan? Omdat ik met hem praat.
Because I'm speaking with him.
Nog steeds?
Still.
Ja,
Yeah,
niet vaak, maar
that's
ik heb
a
hem
lot.
heel af en toe spreek
But
ik hem.
sometimes I speak
Ik
with
heb
him,
hem de laatste
yes.
keer gesproken en toen zei ik ook tegen hem van waarom hij minister was in Saudi-Arabië. Assistent-minister, en hij heeft mij nooit verteld dat hij assistent-minister was. Toen zei hij van dat het ook niet uitmaakt en dan heeft hij zijn nummers veranderd. Dat ze ook niet meer bereikbaar zijn. Want ik had een 0044-nummer van hem en nu 00212 en die heeft hij kennelijk al bij veranderd recentelijk. Want ik heb hem volgens mij 2,5 maand geleden heb ik hem gebeld. En nu heeft hij volgens mij een nieuwe nummer, toch? Dat zou je wel weten.
Told her I called him 2 months ago to ask him if he was deputy minister, and then he said yes in the past. And then suddenly, when I tried to call him back, he changed all his numbers. And then I said, does he has now a new number? He said, I don't know. I still have no. Still has a number from the past. She lies. You don't have that number from the past.
Hij heeft nog steeds die nummer die ik al heel lang heb. Ja? Ik heb een 0044 en een 0022. Maar in ieder geval, ik had hem gebeld. Ik zei tegen hem met assistent. Toen zei hij, ging hij werven en had hij een bibberige stem. En die nummers die ik nou bel, of die ik nou probeer te bereiken, die zijn er niet. Dus, en Marokko is nou op zoek. En ik heb ook mensen uit Jordanië gesproken die in het Koningshuis de dingen doen. En die zeiden tegen mij dat hij een Khashoggi-geval is en dat hij dus niet, dat hij wordt gezocht door Saudi-Arabië. Dus ze zijn gewoon gekomen naar Marokko en daarom moest ik weten hoe je hem hebt leren kennen, want hij zit bij de vrije metselaars, bij de Freemasons. Ja, maar Shadia, als jij mij wilt zoeken, ga jij niet schreeuwen.
If you want to look for me, the problem is that she really don't like it that I went to the mosque. Because she wants to keep it a secret, you understand? She's all the time repeating that. And I'm trying to explain to her that I had no other choice and that he's a serious case. And that the last time that I spoke someone from Jordan, they told me that he was like a Khashoggi case. With other words, that he has a big mouth and not a big mouth, but I asked him why is a Khashoggi case, and they said to me, because he was working in Saudi Arabia and they changed all functions and posts. And then suddenly he did not agree with the reorganization, and then he left. This is what they told me. But of course they lied. It is not true. They said a Khashoggi case because they lied. And also